Hey family, I don't know if I want to sing my song. This is Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Hey family, welcome, welcome, welcome. Excuse me, Miss Ladies. Can you mention your name? Introduce yourself.
I'm Barbie Johnson from the Book Breakers.
And I am Tisha Winkler, also from the Book Breakers.
Woohoo!
Yeah, and I am Steve Copeland, just the troublemaker. But
Yep.
anyway, we're coming on to actually talk about the Baltimore's Real Teen Talk Show. I was looking forward to having some teens right here for right now, but y'all know how they go, right? They normally run late. But anyway, I just told them, let's go on and just talk about, the great things that we're doing here in Baltimore City. I just left from down near City Hall with Christopher Anderson and Mecca and a couple of other people. They down there, they had a sign up, no more West, no more for Baltimore City, no more West. They had little different signs, right? Going against Westmore. And they had me hold up a sign, and I did not feel comfortable holding that sign because I'm not into what Westmore is all about. I haven't read up about them. I don't pay attention to none of that no more because it's all about actually the work that needs to be done in Baltimore City. So I'm not trying to focus on a lot of our politicians and all of that because that's what it is. It's politics. But anyway, I just want y'all to know, like I said, this is Baltimore's Real Teen Talk Show. I spoke with some young people today, and prayerfully, they will come and carry it on from there. But now, Barbie, you have children?
I have one child, a son.
Okay.
He's 43.
43.
Yes.
Hey, he's the same age I am.
Yeah, okay.
What, 10 years ago?
Yeah, he 43. I'm
Yeah,
I'm serious though. But no, what about you, T?
I have children in my classroom.
So you teach school?
Yeah, I teach preschool children, assistant teacher, and Head Start. They're my babies.
Go,
and,
Tisha.
Yeah, and our understand this, y'all. Our teenagers or our children, period. They need a voice. They need an outlet to be able to come in, talk about where they at, how they feel, and all this type of stuff. And the teenagers that I was talking with, I told them that I want to address like molestation, rape, abandonment issues. I just want them to be able to talk about stuff and express themselves, the best way they can. But I also want people here with them that will actually share with them about the situations they went through and how they coping with it in the here and now. Because it's about the here and now. Yeah. People having peace in their life, not walking around still being miserable, and I found out too, for a lot of us, depression comes from us reliving the past. So in the present, I don't want to be like depressed, or I don't want to go through a lot of these other little changes, right, that I went through as a child or as a teenager. So today I try to focus on today, and whatever happened in the past, a lot of us have to learn to accept whatever it was, it happened, forgive. And in order for me to do that, like some people say, rather than carrying like resentments, you have to put love in that place. And those things I had to learn. I had to learn to actually forgive whatever went on. I'm kind of now, Barbie book kind of came to mind about, children, I'm going to say taking on adult responsibilities, and that was something I was taught at a very early young age. I was taught how to cook, clean, sew, all of that. And I'll do it now. You know, I taught my kids the same things. You know, and my mother said the reason why she taught me those things, just in case, you know, I wouldn't find that special woman to be able to do those things for me. So knowing that you got those or you have those qualities, that's great. I won't have to cook and clean as much. But when you like tired of doing things, or I'll step in and do what needs to be done to give you that break. But it's always good that if you have somebody that can cook, that cleans, you know, all that good stuff.
That's the way he is.
Oh.
Where he at?
Well, I just want to say this, right? This my baby on the side, and both of them my babies. They my angels. They holding me up. Now, guess what? Now, this one to my right, I'm going to tell you right now, you better raise your hand when you got something to say.
Oh, yeah, I did raise my hand. I'm sorry. I didn't raise my hand. I'm so sorry. I forgot.
I'm picking with her, right? Because when they first met me, she was like raising her hand to speak. And I'm like, you can cut me off, because I don't look at it, y'all, as being disrespectful, right? Like if I'm talking and you have something to say, go ahead. Because once you say something, it's time for me to just shut up and let you talk. So sometimes, you know, that's the way of getting my attention. I told them they had to cut me off with certain things, because y'all know me. Y'all know I talk. But I just want to, Barbie, explain a little bit more about the Miracle Show.
Ooh, yes.
What Miracle Show?
Network.
Now, if I say, I'm trying to stick to, I think, what we have, and that's the Miracle Network Show. And about how many
For the Miracle Network Show, I'm saying what you saying. The Miracle Network.
Is it MSN or MMN?
No, see, I had put the Miracle, wait a minute, the Miracle Network Show broadcasting, something like that, the Miracle Network. So I just want to put it right.
All that.
Right.
Anyway, yes. Mm-hmm.
My fault.
For him.
Now, go ahead.
It encompasses, I believe it's 26, let me say 22 to 26 channels that it'll be broadcast over. And people can come in under us if they have anything, excuse me, if they have a podcast that they want to do, or a commercial that they want to do, or an advertisement that they want to do. We can stream that out for them right there on the show while it's going on. And we can interject anything else in that we want to put in at that time.
Right.
Yes.
And I probably didn't, from what I'm thinking, introduce Barbie as a publisher. So I want her to share a little bit about that, and then we're going to talk with TT.
Go ahead, Barbie.
Thank you, TT. Okay. My company is BJ Publishing. That's BEEJAY Publishing. And you can find it on the web.com, bjpublishing.com. So I do ghostwriting for other people. I write their stories, but my name does not appear on their book. It's your story, it's your book. You're the author. You're the one who did it. But I just wrote it for you. That's it. And you get a complete book. It's completely published. It's not just a manuscript. You get a manuscript as well, because you may find producer may see your book and ask you for your manuscript, and you have it in hand to give it to them. Either way, you could get a paper one or an electronic one. But your book will be completed. You will have your ISBN and barcode. You will have the copyright to your book right there in the beginning, because you don't want anyone to try and take your stuff like they tried to take my life story. So we had to put a halt on that. Yes. And Miss Tisha was the one that brought that to my mind. She said, I saw your book on Amazon, somebody was selling it.
Yes.
For $49. I'm so hold up. Hold up. You making money off me? Oh, no, that's my life. You trying to steal that. Now that's identity theft right there.
Yes, it is.
They're gonna take your whole life story. No, but it was nipped in the bud.
Good.
Exactly, nipped in the bud. Okay. So, but if you have a story that you have or need published, don't see me. You can go to the website bjpublishing.com, or you can drop me a line, bjpublishing@yahoo.com.
You have a number they can reach you if they want to reach you? Show me.
What about an email?
Well,
Didn't I say the email?
Did she say the email?
BJ Publishing.
Okay.
The one is the website is bjpublishing.com. The email is bjpublishing@yahoo.com.
Now spell the B again, because I normally put B and then J.
No, that's
right.
You'll be getting someone
you
else.
that.
It's BEEJAY. BJ.
Oh,
Publishing.
y'all got that? BEEJAY. Because
You need my two E's.
the B and the J. See,
Yes, because the logo is a B and a blue J. If you don't see that B and that blue J, that's not me.
Now I'm gonna share this with y'all too, because I gave her my business proposal to type up for me. So oh Lord, Nanny calling. I gave her my business proposal to set up, and I have a nonprofit one as well that I want her to do, and that's involving our youth. That's for the multipurpose center, and I have a name for it, but I might change the name. But Stephen Copeland Jr. Sports and Talents is a page that I made where y'all can go on there and say, like, even if your kids tripping out and y'all want to post something up there about them tripping out, being bad or mean, whatever, post it. Just words of encouragement, post it. If you go on there, and that's Stephen Copeland Jr., Sports and Talents. And the reason why I'm doing that is because, once again, we want to start, I want to say multi-purpose center, but the programs like art, music, theater, dancing, lacrosse, cricket, all of these type of sports that a lot of our probably young kids don't play, golf and all that too,
Right.
I'm looking back at when I was growing up, we had music, we had art, we did all that. I wanted to play the piano, but if you see my fingers, I was a little shy. I probably could have played it right. I probably would have learned if I did it, but back then, my fingers, I was a little shy, right? But still, I might just at 60 learn how to play a piano. Now I can pick now. Don't get it.
You can do it.
Yeah, I can pick now. Don't get it wrong. I just want to learn how to use and do music. Give y'all something to talk about. But yeah, that's all. I just keep looking at that TT and Barbie.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at embracing our children's talents.
Yeah.
My friend Maurice Thomas from Yonkers, New York. I seen him a while back on a page, him, DMX, and Russell Simmons, and they was in a community. So I thought they traveled city to city. So I reached out to him because I thought that's what they did. He said, no, they don't, travel from city to city. But anyway, I reached out to him that time back in 2017. And then I reached out to him a couple of months later to tell him actually what I was doing in Baltimore City. And the vision was, because he do the same things with the teenagers. He he have about 6 or 7 places where he helped teenagers back up in near Yonkers, New York, and all of that. And he mentioned some other place that, he started a program. But anyway, it's all about the teens.
Yeah.
And he know old rappers and new rappers. So he got a lot of people to come in and embrace the children's talents. And that's what we're going to do too, right? We want to embrace our children's talent. I've been talking to one lady, I don't know if she's a retired school teacher. That's one right there. If she's
not retired.
Okay.
Just not teaching.
She's just retired.
But the goal is right to fix it where the children that tends to be falling behind, and you know all this going to take place. It's going to take a place where we can teach them. And I'm looking at even here, if 5 or 6 of them maybe could come at this table, you know, and we have somebody in here just training them or teaching them, you know, to help them get their grades up and stuff like that. We can start at least here until that time come when God put us into that special place. So we have a room for music, art, theater, and all that type of stuff. It all depends on the area we in. We will be in the park, and somebody will be running that as well, as far as like the football, the basketball, the soccer, the cricket, and all that, because we want to get our kids more involved in something positive. Now, I'm sharing this with some people, and I dislike when people make it seem like nobody in Baltimore City really wants to change. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I will tell you point blank, you know, I'm coming up on 30 years clean from the drugs and the alcohol. I don't carry no shame and guilt with that. I thank God for everything I experienced. Thank y'all. I really do. I thank God for everything I have experienced. And I was telling the guy, I said, what I do, I use my personal experience of walking out of situations, because sometimes it's not that easy. You know, being in an abusive relationship, it was mentally, emotionally, stuff like that. But I yelled out to God to please help me. And he gave me the courage to walk away.
All right.
What hurted me more than that, I had to walk away from my children. And that's what really tore me apart. You know, so the kids are, I might can't find the words, but the kids are like, it just means so much to me. I done foster care in the process. I've done mentoring in the process, young men. And I just wanted to step in because I grew up without a father, just to try to fill in that gap with our teenagers. But I started understanding too, biologically, they're not mine. So it's like you can't feel that wholeness. You know, you can be there for them, but on that spiritual note or that biological note, it's the mother and the father. So my other partner, teammate, dancing all around, Holy Ghost filled, fire baptized. She done flipped all over the floor and everything. I mean, we had to move stuff out the way because she was doing cartwheels.
I wish I could.
And I was while she was doing cartwheels, my body was hurting. I'm like, because I was thinking I wanted to do what she was doing, but my body was like, yeah, you try. My mind like, Steve, don't do it. But TT, I call her TT, y'all, because sometimes I mess her name up.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, and my phone tends to say it right. Is it Tisha?
It's actually Tisha, but a lot of Barbie, everybody call me Miss Tisha or Miss Tish.
Okay, they call her Tish.
No, I call her Tisha.
Yeah, you call me Tisha. Yeah, I know you call me Tisha.
I call her TT. The more I hear it, I told her I'll remember. But I want to introduce y'all to her as well. I was telling people that she had 2 books, and she kind of corrected me. No, I got 3 books out.
I didn't say it like that.
No, I'm just joking. But no, this is Tisha Winkler. Come on, TT.
Yes, my name is Tisha Winkler. Me and Barbie, we have a podcast called The Book Breakers.
Yeah.
We're loving it, and I'm also a local author. I've been a local author for like, I guess, 4 years? And Barbie Johnson published my first book, Just a Thought, which is a poetry book.
Yeah.
And my second book is called The Hopeful Romantic, which is also a poetry book. And my third book is coming out called My Journey Here Was Not Easy. And it's already completed, but it just had to be placed on Amazon.com. And this is going to be my life story. And I also wanted to share what Steve Coppola and Barbie Johnson, when we were talking about the community, I wanted to share.
My whole name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She like, stop. Bobby like, stop. Come on, they need to know anyway.
I say about a whole name.
You can't be shy on here.
Ain't nobody shy.
I wanted to share with our audience, when I was 14 years old, I was a runaway. I ran away from home. Well, I ran away 2 times. I thought it would be nice to share because growing up, I was a at-risk youth.
Right.
And during that process, I was like in the Futures program, Commonwealth. They were trying to, keep me together. I was hanging with the wrong crowd. I missed like 40 days in school in the 9th grade. And they took me to Outward Bound. Outward Bound, don't you, when you go camping?
Okay.
And you couldn't carry no deodorant, you couldn't carry no soap. They were trying to like discipline you. And when I came from there, and when I ran away, they took me to the police station, and my uncle was a major at the time, and he took me in the jail cell. And he asked me, "Do you want to be in here?" I said, "No, I want to get my life together." So after that experience, I graduated from high school and went to college.
All right.
Oh my goodness!
I want to know more about that no deodorant.
Oh, we had no deodorant. We were camping at the Outbound camp. We had to put.
Was your smelling?
Oh, we all smelling. I'm fresh now.
Was y'all smelling?
Oh my God!
We was there for 5 days with no bath. No bath.
I wouldn't tell nobody that. I wouldn't tell nobody that. You was there 5 days with no bath.
No.
I wouldn't tell nobody that. I
Get some
wouldn't.
water from somewhere. The lake. Where was the lake?
It was a lake, but we had no soap. So
I don't care. It's coming off me too.
Now, TT, Tish was getting ready to come out. You have a program too that you deal with women.
Yes.
And can you share a little bit about that?
Yes. For the last 5 years, well, I used to have in my old church, Eastwood, a deliverance church. I had a women's group there, but God had led me to a new church, and my women's group now is called The Voice for the Voiceless Women. And we meet every 3 months. We talk about different issues, depression, different things that women go through and that we need to get through. Barbie had, from time to time, had ministered to the women. And God used me from time to time to minister too, but it's to bring wholeness, because I still deal with things myself.
Right.
So we all come together every 3 months, and it's just to come together with unity and peace and just to love each other, because sometimes we think we're alone. But when we come together, we know that someone else might be experiencing the same thing we might be going through.
Right.
And we need that.
And we need each other.
Yeah. And go.
No, I just wanted her to teach her to point out about those games that you have every time there's a game, but it's interesting. But I just want you to tell that about the games.
About the game. Okay. Sometimes it's funny because sometimes God will give me a game, and sometimes he just give me a game, and it might be like musical ball instead of musical chairs. I'm like, why are you giving these kid games? But they be having so much fun.
Yeah.
Or I might go to Five Below and get like a little game, and the different games they have there, and I might make something out of the game.
That's great. And that's like, I was listening to you when you was talking about the ball and you embracing that child within. And that's basically what I heard. When you play the games, you're embracing that child within. And that's very, very important for people to be able to express themselves and not for us to judge it. You know what I mean? Because I tell people, like, if you're going through certain things and you want to yell and scream and holler at me, I'm talking about basically my clients, right? It's okay.
I thought you were talking about that.
No. I'm talking about y'all too. But I tell them that because I know some of them, dealing with some serious issues like bipolar, schizophrenia, stuff like that. So rather than you doing something that will cause you to go to jail somewhere along that line, if you need to get that stress out or whatever that's bothering you, and you need to call me and, you got to curse and go through whatever with me, that's fine. I just don't want to see you get in trouble.
Absolutely.
And just hope I'm not in this state where I might come back at you and say, you don't be talking to me like that. Blah, blah, blah. But no, I think it's very, very important for people to be able to actually express where they at.
Yes.
And for us to stop judging them because they might wild out. That's the word I use because y'all know me. They might wild out and then we'll look at them, you crazy, you this, you that, not realizing there's something underneath. It's something that's going on in here that caused them to behave in a certain way. So I'm just saying that because I deal with a lot of people that needs balance out here.
Yeah.
That's why with us, and I want to include them in some of the things that we do. I don't want to throw everything at them at one time, because when I do talk about a lot in the houses down the line, people be like, you all over the place. No, I'm not. I mean, this is ordered by God. So I know what's happening. With the youth program, it's time to get it up and running. Yeah. With the housing program, people that come into my houses, is just preparing them to go to the next level. So they start here. When you come here, you sign up for the mental health program. So that way you can get the proper counseling, therapy, whatever you need. And that's what I look at with We Are One Family Health Service. Their goal, because people be like, is you going to have a housing, what is them people? Manager. No, that's not what I do. Because this is independent living. So if they got issues, then we're going to talk. If it's something I feel like their counselor or PRP need to come and work out, get over there and work with them. That's why I love We're One Family. Because their goal is to help my people or the people in the house, you know what I mean, in the program, whatever they're dealing with. That's their goal. And I love the people that they actually deal with because they shows up.
Right.
The men shows up for the men. The women shows up for the women. And I love it. And whatever issues they have, it's like, talk to your counselor, talk to your PRP. Yeah. So I'm truly honored, y'all. I'm truly, truly, truly honored. Share this. I don't want to really pay attention to. I'm looking at like one viewer. I don't know what's on their phone up top, and I apologize because it's too far. And I see people who had asked questions, so I can't see your questions. And I apologize for that. Prayerfully, I can bring it closer because I'm getting another laptop where we can all be in it together, and I can be able to do that Facebook Live and the restream right here. And not just that, we're gonna be doing live TV.
All of it, yes.
And your Amazon app.
All that, yeah, all that. And I know we're gonna grow. I feel it in my spirit. We just still in the process of putting stuff together. We want it done right. Yeah. So when we do come, it's all about coming with solutions. Trying, and I really don't want to use that word, but that's where I'm at. Motivating people and encouraging people to live a good, healthy, quality life.
Yes.
So before I came here, and y'all know I'm gonna throw it back to one of them. It was about 6 kids downtown under the bridge, feeding the homeless, right?
Oh, wow.
It was a 12-year-old girl. It was a 15-year-old boy. Looked like he was bigger than me, but no, we was down there playing, right? And I pulled my hat off because I was picking with the guy that had the waves. I said, man, me and your hair like just alike. And I pulled my hat off. And they died, right? They cracked up.
Was that your toupee?
No, I was just admiring his waves. And I could never get waves. I tried so hard to get waves. Mine came out as a perm. It would never wave up. So, and I was telling them how this little young girl one time, because as I began to get older, my shape up was here. Then it started going back here. And Smitty's daughter told me one time, she said, ha, that's why your shape up all the way back there. I didn't even kick up her tail. And then I went and I actually started cutting it off, right? Because it was like here, you know, and now I might let it come back a little bit. And
Did
then
you have
it's
a Jerry curl?
yeah, I had all that back
Oh, you
then.
did? Okay.
Yeah, I had the bush and all that. What you talking about? It wasn't until I got a little older that this started receding back here. And I'm gonna tell y'all, sometimes I think about letting my hair grow, but Kwesi Fume did not tell me the dye that he used. Because I told him, I said, man, I know you older than me. Because I remember you know, as a coming up. So I'm like, yeah, because y'all know I don't play with none of them. I'm real. I said, what kind of dye do you use?
Dark and lovely.
Something. Cause he wasn't showing no, you know, gray. So I'm like, what dye do you use? He ain't do nothing but bust out laughing, right? He bust out laughing. But y'all know I like having fun. But Kwesi didn't do nothing, y'all, but bust out laughing and people like that. And I'm gonna say Nick Mosby. You know, I talked with them personally. Brandon Scott, Christopher Burnett, a lot of them I had to get to know when I became a part of Communities United of Baltimore. Communities United fights for the democracy of Black people in Baltimore City. And they asked me one day, did you always talk that much? I said, no, it was only when I joined Communities United. And I was considered, as Fox 45 News called me, the voice for Baltimore City.
Hey.
And, you know, I love it because I try to represent our city. Steve Blanchard did an interview with me, and he called me the most controversial man in Baltimore City. Now, y'all know that built up my ego, right? Y'all know that built up my ego. And I'm going to be mad if y'all can't hear us. I see somebody put some stuff up. But I'm going to be mad again because I meant to check that. Hey, Benita, I got you, baby. She said dark and ugly. Benita, she said he uses dark and ugly. Girl, stop. Stop. You look, Benita.
That's another product.
The brain in the neck. The brain, I ain't gonna go all there because we ain't got that much time. But we got about 5 more minutes. No, look like 4 more minutes to say no. It says 32 minutes. So we got about we trying to cut it off at what time?
5:45.
5:45.
Not cold 45. 5:45.
5:45.
Outside.
And Panitra, you know, baby, you know you welcome. You welcome to come. That's a fighter with me. She's a fighter. That girl knows. I mean, you think I know people? Panitra, come on. She fights for Baltimore City.
All right.
Yep, love you, baby. And you know, I signed back up with Communities United. I talked with Jesse, and I told Jesse, I said, I got your back. You know, if they're going to keep her in that position as director, my thing is I got your back. I don't mind having a position because I do the work myself. But if it comes down to that, you know, but other than that, when it comes to Baltimore City and what I do, I told her I have her back. And I got 2 beautiful angels that I feel like will support me basically with what we do. So I'm going to just share this one and I'm going to throw it to one of them. When I went to speak on the $15 minimum wage, right? And I'm sitting in the delegate building waiting to go outside and speak. And the Holy Spirit hit me and said, you walking in the footsteps of 2 great men.
Wow.
And Jesus Christ was one and Martin Luther King was the other.
Wow.
And y'all know that made me feel real good. So when the girl came and got me to go outside, she said, why you ain't out here? You supposed to be everybody outside. I said, Steve told me to sit right here. Right. Well, anyway, I'm in. So when she walked me out, it was just a crowd of people. And they started spreading like this. And that was a beautiful feeling. That was a beautiful feeling. It was like patting me on my back, go, hit them off. You know, and I'm nervous. And I'm walking up to the stage. And after the last guy finished, she said, go ahead, man, hit him off. And now, mind you, I'm nervous, y'all. But that was a beautiful feeling. And when I got up there, because y'all know I do crazy stuff and goofy stuff.
So what did you do?
I got up there and I just did one of these numbers. What do we want? 15. How do we want it?
Right now.
What do we want? 15. How do we want it? What do we want? How do we want it? And I started sharing a story. And that's what I do. I will share a story about someone's life or experience on why we need to better that situation. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I shared about my niece, the one I live with, 4 kids. Do a great job. Great job. But sometimes she don't feel like she do. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, don't do that to yourself. Good woman. And I shared her story.
Wow.
Because I don't know how she do it. Making the car payment, taking care of 4 boys.
Yes.
3 of them grown now. And I tell her all the time, I am so proud of you. And when I went to her house, because of some stuff that happened, she told me, she said, Uncle Steve, she said, I'm going to take care of you because you raised me. So I think she was trying to tell me you old now, so I got you.
Yeah, she said it in a nice way.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all, that, oh my God. And you know, that really eased me because I was feeling a lot of shame and guilt because I always took care, not just myself, but family and all of that. And when she said that, I was like, whoa, you know, and it made me feel good. So I just wanted to share that with y'all.
I need some tissues.
Why I do.
I'm sorry.
Audience, you need tissue too?
Why I do what I do. And I got some stories, y'all. You know, and I'm gonna let Tish go ahead and talk about something.
No, I just want to piggyback off what you was talking about. I actually want to talk about mental health, and not only for other people. I want to talk about it myself and how I've been dealing with mental.
I'm sorry.
Mental illness myself. For years, I was in denial that I didn't need help, but after my mom's death, I had to get some help. So now. I have services for mental health. Okay. Yes. So I just want to let the audience know that if you're going through any challenges in life, get the help that you need.
Right. What's up? Let them slide over. Yeah. Hey, family.
Come and take my seat.
One go that way, one go this way. Excuse us for a minute, y'all.
We're gonna switch out.
Yes. And come over. Can y'all see him? Now I told him what did I tell you? No, I'm just joking. This is my heart, y'all. This is my heart. And y'all know the topic is surviving Baltimore. And I just want them to share a little bit about where they at and how they feel growing up in Baltimore City. Can you tell them your name? Shaquan, you don't want to give your whole name, just that right there. Shaquan Witt. And can you tell them what you do?
I'm 18. I'm still in school. I go outside. That's basically what I do. Just go outside with my friends. Person right there. That's it.
Right. Now, I call him my nephew. This is my nephew. That's my nephew. What is your name?
My name is Alan.
Tell him what you do, Alan.
Go to school and go outside with my homeboy, with my brother. I'm like my brother for real.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all what I love about these guys. They're not in gangs. Whenever I need something done, I'll call my nephews and they come out and they get it done. I'm talking about towards the house or whatever. If I need some work in the yard that needs to be done, they come out. And I encourage them. Thank y'all. I encourage them. Normally what I do, right? How much I normally give you basically for an hour?
40, 50.
Oh.
And I don't keep them that long. Normally when we together, if they doing like 3 hours, I normally give them 40, 60. I think one time I gave y'all like 80, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It and see, that makes me feel good. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I want them, when the time comes that they working and they doing things, to understand that you're worth more than that $20 an hour that I give you. That's what I want them to understand. When you get ready to go out there and start working as you get older, you deserve 20 and more. So my thing is, don't work for no less. Now, I'm trying to, cause you ain't gotta tell them what school you go to, because I don't want nobody to follow you around.
No.
I don't want nobody to follow you around. But this my heart, y'all. I mean, both of them. And he got a couple of more little friends that he'll bring out.
I have a question,
Go ahead.
but it's two young men.
Yeah, tell them to go.
So my question to both of you: how do you keep yourself clean from peer pressure?
So can you repeat that question again?
How do you keep yourself clean? Well, I won't say clean. How do you keep from crumbling under peer pressure when they're after you to do something you know is not right to do or don't want to do?
All right, look. For example, my friends be wanting me to smoke weed, but I don't want to do that. So what I do is I just ignore that question, and that's practically it. I just ignore them. I don't want to smoke weed.
Right, I don't condone smoking. I will do not smoke. Smoking is not good. It's not good. It's just not good. You can die for smoking.
Hey, absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell y'all again, these are some great kids.
Yeah.
These are some great kids, and under his number, I have cleaning service, which was a little business I was trying to start for him. You know, the cleaning service thing, and it's not to try to start. Basically, we're gonna do it. It's just getting more like equipment, trucks, and all of that, because I want to put them to work. Real simple. Have them something positive to do. So once we get into a building where we starting to do the music, art, theater, stuff like that, they're coming out. They're coming out because I want them to embrace our other teenagers and stuff. Now, Quan and you two, nephew, one of y'all little friends got shot, right?
What's his name?
I forgot his name. Didn't somebody y'all know get shot not too long ago?
Where?
I think it was a 15-year-old.
Where?
I forgot.
Was it around the way?
I can't remember.
Okay. Because I thought you said you knew the guy.
We're from Marigold?
No, not that one. No, this was months ago.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I do remember me saying that, but I forgot who it was.
Right. Oh, no, you had to mention his name. I don't mean that. But the reason why I'm saying that, because it's just to know they are not involved in certain things. And I know stuff can happen. I know that. But they're not out there like that, you know. And I thank God for that. This is one of my niece's son right here, the one that I was telling y'all about, that when I came to her house, right, and she was like, Uncle Steve, you took care of me, so I'm going to take care of you now. And this is one of her sons right here. You know, I love him, and I tell him that all the time. The goal is I want him to see him or the both of them do positive stuff. Please don't get it wrong. Now, this is what I'm going to do because our time is almost up. Can I get y'all every Saturday at 5 o'clock, well, 4:30 to start this by 5?
Yeah.
Woo.
Yes.
All right. Woo-hoo!
And
Team talk, real talk.
there you go, real team talk. Look, y'all, support our kids. Support our kids. I know right now they might be a little this is something they're not used to. But whatever topic we talk about, I want him and a couple of little friends you can bring the females too, and they can sit down and talk about certain things and what they doing not to continue living that old way of life. I love y'all. I'm getting ready to click off. Pat, could you not jack your name up real quick? I love you, and I'm out. And I want to thank my two nephews for coming out. And his nickname for me might just be nephew till I learn his name. Because y'all know I will jack your name up.
Yes.
And I don't play. Can you hit that for me, Barbie? I'm gonna go off of here. And I thank y'all. Now I gotta try to find a way to cut this thing off. Oh, that's okay. That's okay.